These guys will never be busted. They have no fear.
The profile is male, 18 to 25 years old. They could be anywhere.
They're coming from countries all over the world. There's probably as many as 50 to 60 countries here.
And if they manage to get your credit card number, or worse, your personal information, they can turn your world upside down. From this high-security office, Dan Clements runs Card Cops, part of the Affinion Group, online experts in the world of cyber thievery. They help governments, companies, and individuals around the world battle online bandits, and they've agreed to help us enter their world.
This is a global chat room that kind of floats around the world globally.
And all these fellows here, these are in here trading. These are the bad guys.
These are all the bad guys, and right now there are 348 bad guys in this room right this very minute. So we go into these rooms where crimes are being committed, and we're kind of like a fly on the wall. And a lot of them are very anti-U.S. They're in countries like Tehran, Iran, which will not cooperate with any U.S. authorities. So these guys in this room kind of have free reign. They know that they can commit crimes and get away with it.
And they are. There are hundreds of these chat rooms operating 24 hours a day, buying and selling stolen credit card numbers, PIN numbers, social security numbers, everything they need to steal your identity and your money.
Good afternoon. It's one of the biggest security breaches in British history. The Prime
Recently in Britain, over 25 million people lost their personal information, bank numbers, when 2 data disks went missing. Remember Winners? When parent company TJ Maxx had its computers infiltrated, it lost between 60 and 100 million credit card numbers. On a much smaller scale, it can also happen when your card is double swiped, or when a false website tricks you into updating your profile and sending the crooks your information.
So just how serious is this?
This is a crime that's actually increasing exponentially. It's easily the fastest increasing crime, economic crime you're going to see in Canada as well as globally today.
And the amount of money?
It's a crime that we're measuring here no longer in millions with an M, but in billions with a B.
Last year in Canada alone, the amount stolen topped $2 billion, and only 1 in 10 is ever reported. Around the world, the estimate is that someone, somewhere, is now being ripped off once every 4 seconds.
And I see Canada keeps coming up here in this one particular one. I'm selling fresh and valid
USA credit cards, and he's listing the countries. His name is Chunky, and he's listing that he has fresh, valid credit cards from the U.S., UK, Australia, Canada, France, Greece.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of credit cards in his little bag to sell. So all you do is you click on the nickname and say, hey, I'm interested in buying those Canadian credit cards, and you can consummate a deal. He'll say, well, the credit cards are $3 or $4 each, and then you'll say, well, okay, I'll buy a couple just to see if they're any good. It's kind of like a drug deal. And so then he'll say, okay, send me $20 via eGold, Western Union, or PayPal. That's how they pay each other. And he'll test a few credit cards, and if they're good, then he'll buy 50 or 100
Come
credit
back
cards.
for more.
Sure.
That's right, he said $20. Your credit card information may not be worth as much as you think anymore.
These credit cards and identities on Americans and Canadians have become like commodity items. There's so much of it. There's so much data, so much personal information for sale in these rooms that the prices have dropped. You can get a credit card for as low as $3.
$3.
$3 on a particular credit card. Your full profile, which would be your name and address and credit card number, your mother's maiden name, date of birth, social security number, possibly even your PIN number, that's called a full profile, and that can sell for as little as $20.
$20.
Some of these names are also police officers, FBI agents, or other security companies tracking what's going on, but almost powerless to stop it.
The agents, the other people that are in here watching what's going on, really, they can't do anything about this.
No. The problem is, like I said in the beginning, this IRC chat room is floating around the world globally. There's no point of origin for this chat. This particular chat room is not sitting in Toronto or Vancouver. It's floating around the world on thousands of servers simultaneously. It's very similar to a conference call. There's no point of origin for the original conversation. If they tried to knock one server off, there's another 1,000 that are picking up this conversation in real time. It can't go down.
How would you describe it? Out of control?
It is, yes, it is definitely out of control. It's a global market where this information is being traded. There is no global law enforcement that can stop it because there's no jurisdiction that can stop it.
Inside this chat room, tens of thousands of credit card numbers, PIN numbers, even the complete profiles of unaware victims are being bought and sold every day.
Once your credit card information, your personal information goes in here and somebody buys it, how long does it take before they start to tap in?
Well, if your credit card hits this room, you'll see charges within minutes on your card.
There are names and cards for sale from Montreal, Toronto, Thunder Bay, Winnipeg, and Calgary, complete with phone numbers.
And there was like $1,000 one from flowers.com, and I don't know, there were a couple others there that I'd never heard of.
But most didn't want to do an interview. For James Perks, however, whose name turned up in one of these chat rooms, it was no problem at all.
I was sitting at the computer. It was about 10:30 in the morning, and the phone rang, and it was Visa calling me. And they asked me if I was putting some money through on Western Union. And I said no. They said, well, someone's trying to put through $12,000 or $1,200 through Western Union on my card. And I said, well, it's not me. And they said, wait a moment, now they're trying $800.
Perks works online from home, and so he considers himself pretty aware of the dangers and careful about where he's letting his information go. Still, it happened to him.
I'm pretty sure I was doing some online shopping, and I used a company in China. I bought something from a company in China that I've never bought from before.
Normally, he would go through an e-commerce agent like PayPal. This time, he used his credit card because PayPal wasn't available, and that's all it took.
I guess I wasn't really surprised because I do use my card online a lot, so I guess it's inevitable. Like, if you're not careful, you're going to get caught.
His credit card company covered the charges and gave him a new card. As far as he's concerned, that's the end of it. But it isn't always.
If you get a new card from your bank, you are not necessarily out of the woods. These hackers will drill down on you if they have your name and address and credit card number, and they will get more information on you. They can get your mother's maiden name, your date of birth, and your social security number, just from a credit card. So they will morph a credit card theft into full-blown identity theft.
Do you have any idea how this may have happened?
It probably happened via email.
Corey doesn't want us to use his last name. It and most of his personal information were compromised right from his video store. He figures someone responded to a fake email asking him to update his information. He buys copies of rare films online from around the world, so charges from all over weren't unusual. But then something else started happening.
Yeah, my card kept being maxed out for no good reason. So I was trying to make regular orders at the store, and it wasn't happening. I looked into it and saw that there was just dozens of $9 charges on my card. And then a large charge was made within about $50 and similar number amounts to the type of orders we place. And the similar company name was created so that on my statement, you know,
It'd be hard to catch it.
Movie Company 123 said Movie Company 124, and if I wasn't looking carefully, it would have been $1,000, $2,000 to whomever without being reported as being stolen.
Corey thought all they got was his card number and PIN, but the profile we found inside a chat room had much more.
What's scary is that they only got probably about 2 of those pieces of info on me, and used them, I think, from other companies to get the rest, because I certainly didn't give all of that. I would have been clued into right away if I was asked my mother's maiden name.
Again, the credit card company covered the bill and sent him another card. Well, several so far, actually.
New cards, new cards, new cards. A month after I got my first new card, a month after this internet thing happened. I got a phone call from the bank saying that I was being sent another credit card. I said, I've already received it. And they said, well, no, this is another one, because the new one we sent you has already been ripped off.
It can turn into a problem that won't go away. Here's the complete profile of an American victim we found inside a foreign database.
It's in an Albanian database right now.
Mother's maiden name, driver's license, insurance number.
PIN number, everything is there.
It's all there.
Ronnie Gregory is a candidate for identity theft the rest of his life. He needs to lock down and take preemptive measures now to protect himself.
He's done.
He's cooked.
Corey says he's much more careful now and warns his customers to be, but wonders if there's really any way to stop it.
It's just a matter of someone compromising it. If it's not the doctor or the dentist or the video store, the government, so many people have all of it. Yeah. All it takes is one employee.
Person you give your credit card to pay your bill at a restaurant.
Over the phone, yeah, exactly.
When people watch this, they're going to be scared to death. Maybe they should be.
Well, scared isn't the right word. You know, the sky isn't falling. You know, we love the internet. We do business on the internet. We shop on the internet. We do online banking. You just need to be proactive and look at your online accounts, change your passwords, get new credit cards every so often, re-PIN, which means go into your bank and get a new PIN number every, 6 months, and that helps prevent identity theft.
But how many people are going to do that?
Well, it's a hassle, but you need to protect your identity.
Yeah. Or it's gone.
Or it's gone.
We're going back inside one of these cyber chat rooms where people are buying and selling credit card information they've managed to steal somewhere else. Dan Clement's company, Card Cops, is able to monitor what's going on as it happens anywhere in the world, right from their offices here in Woodlands, California.
We monitor over 100 of these rooms in real time. We have some automated technology that goes through the rooms and it grabs all of the data that you see in real time.
And they act as consultants for clients from large corporations, governments, to just individuals worried about their online security.
We will notify you in real time that, hey, we found your credit card in this chat room. Don't go to dinner tonight and buy dinner with that credit card because it might not work.
Once your card goes up for grabs, they can wipe it out in minutes. Don't believe it? Just watch.
All right, we're going to try this card.
Jonathan Wild.
Yes, we will feed him to the sharks.
The name is fake, so is the personal information, but the card is real, as is the $100 limit.
And we're going to put it into this chat room in real time right now.
Sometimes the thieves offer samples to prove to buyers that the card numbers on offer will work. We're hoping they take the bait. They don't always, because there is no honor among thieves. Sometimes they're trying to rip each other off as well.
I see as I'm reading through here as well, it says rippers stay away. What's a ripper?
Ripper is a fellow hacker that rips another hacker off. They spend about half of their time trying to rip each other off versus ripping off real people like you and I.
Yeah, so it's all part of the game.
It's all part of the game. And if one guy rips another guy off, they will actually report you to another chat room. They have a list. It's kind of like reporting you to the principal's office if you're a bad boy.
Yeah.
And so they have a list in there of all the nicknames that have ripped another identity thief off.
So
they keep track of it.
Thieves blacklisting thieves.
Thieves blacklisting thieves, absolutely.
It appears the bait is too good. This is happening while we watch. It takes a few minutes for the charges to start appearing on the bank site where we can check our credit card balance.
Yeah, we started with $101 and we see a charge here.
Already.
Food and agriculture from Germany, $6.19. They're pinging this card to see if it's valid. So that happened in less than 5 minutes.
It happened took about 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
They are biting. 10 more minutes and the money is gone, with purchases made by thieves online and in countries like Germany and France. Once they're done, they'll quickly cover their tracks.
There's an old adage with identity theft, there is no DNA. There's no blood, there's no knife, these guys wipe their tracks clean.
Yeah.
When he goes through a hacked host and comes out of that server and comes in here and does business, buys credit cards, then goes back to that server, he will wipe his logs off, like vacuuming out of a room. So if the Mounties or the FBI subpoenaed that server to get the log files,
They got nothing.
there's nothing there.
So, what do you do if it happens to you?
Once your identity has been compromised, you go into the lockdown mode. What you do is you change your online passwords, you maybe get a P.O. box, you get new credit cards, you get you repin your debit card, you do everything you can to lock down for future, to prevent future crimes.